My name is Weldon. I am the Senior Enterprise Lead for Southeast Asia at Meltwater. Yeah, so Meltwater is the leading global media intelligence and social intelligence player. So we help companies using AI identify what's going on with their business, their competitors, and their industry. Marketing principles across the world are pretty much standardized, like the methodologies, etc. I think actually what needs to happen is to better understand what are some of the cutting edge innovation and applications in how marketing is being carried out to get themselves more effective. So rather than talking about the global principles, I think we should talk a little bit more about some of the innovations that are happening across the world. And it doesn't necessarily come from the US all the time as to how they can apply it to the local context for better effectiveness. I think AI, obviously, as we know, is going to be a really big game changer. But I think if we look at it on a practical level, there's really two areas. One is automating a lot of the work that we deem as the heavy lifting, right? The repetitive actions. And a lot of that can be done using AI already to give you the answer. So synthesizing data, summarizing it, those will essentially help you uplift that already. The other thing I would say is the strategic part. Because it'll open up a little bit more space and time for marketers to be more creative, to take a look at the wider kind of strategy that they're planning out, and to use the data points that they can get to strategize and carry out those campaigns to be more targeted as well. I think we need to stop looking at it as like different channels. I think what we should probably look at it is where are my audiences and how do I build an omni-channel approach for that. And something that builds up in those different channels so that you're creating recall and awareness. So I think the best thing to do is to really identify where those audiences are first and really focus in on that, and also identify, location-wise where they usually frequent and start to blend in some of that as out-of-home media, etc. I think the most important thing is to identify where your audience is first and not too worry about, how do I create the right mix and all that. You'll figure it out once you understand what those audiences are like. I honestly think Philippines companies have been doing a great job, and honestly, there's probably a lot to learn from the Philippines rather than the other way around. I think one of the things maybe though on a wider level is to take a look at some of the campaigns that are capturing attention. Why is that happening? What is capturing attention for those campaigns? And take a look at the practices of that and how it can be applied. But I honestly don't think there's anything exceptional that globally people are doing that the Philippines isn't doing. But it's always about learning about some of the best campaigns that are out there and why it's effective. So maybe it's not so much about us versus them as it is like, what's the best? Let's learn from that. Yeah. Thanks to all the moderators and the panelists. I think everyone did a great job and brought a lot of thoughts behind their answers and the questions as well. So I want to thank everyone participating in today's event.